Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it's time for my client Lewis's vlog. And of course, as you guys know, he's continuing to do a cut. He and I've discussed it. We've talked about it in previous vlogs as to why I'm doing that. And I think another point that needs to be raised. So, why am I doing some of these guys' vlogs? Why are some of my more advanced people, and I occasionally put their clips and stuff up, why do I not have them doing vlogs? Because I'm going to be honest with you guys, they don't get me business. And I know that sounds crazy. People are like, but really the stronger guys don't get you business? No, they really don't. Because they're not relatable to people who want to hire a coach. Okay? They're not relatable to people who want to hire a coach. I'm just calling it like it is. And I know because I talk to the people who hire me. Talk to people who apply. I talk to former clients. Okay, clients I coached for at least 6 months who are former clients, stay on my friends list, stay in contact. People don't care about 650-pound deadlifters. They really don't. Because in their view, to the average person who's wanting to hire a strength coach or wanting to potentially hire me, they're like, those guys are just genetic freaks. Maybe they're on a bunch of gear, maybe not. Or they're genetic freaks. I can't relate to them. And that's fair play. Like when I posted Muhammad's transformation pictures, and he's not crazy strong. Muhammad, was at, a little over 200 kilogram deadlift, right? He was squatting 4 plates aside, but he looked great. I got more clients from that than I have from any of my powerlifter vlogs. Just being realistic. People like to see people who are not genetically blessed getting gains consistently. They like to see someone who's carefully coaching them. Stuff like this vlog with Lewis, where we talked about his cutting goals, and we could say, hey, what's optimal versus what's going to help you in the long term stay the course. That carried more weight. Stuff like that carries more weight with prospective clients than getting a guy to a 650 deadlift. It just does. So, why am I keeping vlogs like this? Well, that's exactly why. Same thing, you'll see guys like Demi in there probably for quite a while. Why? Because he's not an advanced power lifter. He's a guy who just now, finally, under my coaching, got to a 4-plate squat. He still hasn't benched 3 plates yet. We're working towards those things. People can relate to that. They can't relate to a guy deadlifting 700 pounds. I get some prospective clients who are like, I can't relate to you, but it's like the fact that you're over 40 doing this is crazy. I'm going to hire you just for that. But understand that, guys. So let's come over and look at what Lewis is doing. We're keeping it very simple. I've got him doing a bunch of stuff with reps in reserve, right? Doing stuff with reps in reserve. Got him working mostly sets of 10, focusing on good quality sets, focusing on good range of motion. So I'm making him do deep squats. We're pause benching, incline benching, doing a couple types of back movements, okay? Doing these deep good mornings, doing some ab work, some arm work. Keeping it very simple. I'm watching his overall fatigue and saying, okay, what's going to give us the best stimulus to fatigue without beating him up mentally while he's cutting? Because for him, he really does care about performance. He's like, I do want to be stronger. I know I want to be jacked. I want to look better, but I do want to be stronger. And so when he decides he needed to cut, when he's seeing the strength take a hit, takes a mental toll. So I'm like, let's step away from the really heavy work. Let's focus on quality reps, maintaining strength well. Look at stimulus to fatigue on some of these movements a little bit. Keep you flowing, get a good pump. Try to keep good tension, good strength on everything as you cut down. Okay? Now, what's been the result? He just messaged me with all this footage for the end of the week and said, wow, I actually feel good mentally this week. I feel like I can continue towards my body fat goal, and then we can start lean bulking again. He's like, I feel more confident with it. I feel good. All right, now for me as a coach, that's what I want to hear. So again, what are we doing with our lifters? We're looking at our lifters and meeting them where they are. Okay, it's one thing when I've got someone that I don't want to hear where they are when they're getting ready for a powerlifting meet. I need them to be where I need them to be. But that's different. That's not going to be most of your clients. You got to learn to meet people where they are. And listen. You've got to stop and listen every now and then. We have to. You've got to listen to your people. You've got to take it in and say, okay, based upon what I see you have going on, what do I think is the best course of action? All right? That's going to keep them consistent, keep them moving towards their goals, keep them psychologically in a good place and motivated. Those are huge factors. They're massive. Because then what happens? What happens when your client gets burned out? Now, it is the client's job to communicate with the coach too. It works both ways. And you get that. You get your people who don't communicate. They're not telling you what's going on, and then they just drop. You get that. But, when you ask them to communicate and they don't, it's like, okay, you can only do so much. But in this case, this young man communicates this stuff to me. Got to make it work. So in his case, again, what are we doing? We're stepping away from the really heavy work. And I'm not saying we're not doing some decently heavy deadlifts there for reps, but we're not maxing, not even hitting training maxes. Got him just taking them to a rep in reserve, just some quality sets, just a nice, good, heavy last rep. No misses, but that is one of our rules with this. I've told him, don't miss lifts, don't fail lifts. If you think you're going to fail a rep, don't go for it. Just stop. No need to beat ourselves up. We're just trying to get some good training stimulus while you lose body fat. That's exactly what we're doing with him. And so you guys see the movements we're doing. Bench press, incline bench, barbell row, dumbbell row, some arm work. Okay. Doing deep squats, doing deadlifts, good mornings, leg raises on a 4-day split, so 4-day upper lower, right? Most of our stuff's around 10 reps. Deadlifts are around 5 or 6. Okay. Deadlift volume is very low. We just do 1 set. Other stuff we do about 3. That's pretty straightforward. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.